Hello and welcome everyone again to another video. Today's video about Fantasy Cup. We have Nader here submitting some battles. He went 24-1, only one loss with this team. The team was pretty meta like last time we had Fantasy Cup, and he's saying against like it's actually still meta. You don't need an Alolan Dugtrio to win in this cup. All you need is a Giratina Origin. If you don't have Giratina, you could run Dragapult with Azu and Skarmory. What does Skarmory do? Skarmory is the ultimate nightmare for the Alolan Sandslash. You can literally shield and farm them down. The ultimate nightmare for the fairies, and it destroys Azu even after the Sky Attack nerf because most of the damage comes from Steel Wing. Giratina is just a neutral Pokemon that's capable of pushing out lots of neutral damage when shields are up. So let's just go and watch these battles and break down what is happening and why Nader is having such a great success using this team. And first battle, we're picking up an amazing lead. This is actually where we want to see it, because this Pokemon is kind of annoying for our backline. It destroys Azu, and if they have Thunder, it does have a good play into the Skarmory. See that the opponent is building to 5. There's no way they run Flash Cannon, right? They must run Thunder, and they swap into Galarian Stunfisk. I actually like that play because now we can go for an aggressive play, like farm as much as possible, and opponent throwing a Rock Slide. It was more of a catch and slow reaction from the opponent, or maybe they just don't know what to do, I guess. So they bring in the Ferrothorn now, and this Azu is going to wreck the Ferrothorn because, yo, guess what? We're gonna swap and bank that move, and I don't know about shielding. It's not a bad idea, right? Because we can just preserve lots of health and lots of energy. They bring in an Azu, and now this is where Giratina shines. Like, the Azu matchup is not bad when you are loaded on energy because the bubble doesn't do that much damage. And now since you land the Shadow Ball, we can go straight Ominous One. This Ominous One does the job of grabbing that last shield. The Ice Beam does take us out, and now we can just go to Azu and finish this game in the Azumir without even the need to reveal the third. Play Rough landed, and now all we need to do is just to bubble them down. And Nader is like, wait, that's a bait. I am not gonna shield the bait. Just because I have shield doesn't mean I'm gonna use it. And that was a great game. Nader has sent me some like very high MMR battles in the past, like around 3400, I think, MMR in the Go Battle League, so learn from his gameplay if you are looking to learn how to play this team. Wigglytuff, this is probably the only bad lead that this Pokemon can get. We swap into Azu to bait out the Empoleon, to be honest. This is actually why you run Azu. Azu is here to bait out the Steel. So the thing is, they are running Waterfall, so this matchup is going to be close, even though they have a neutral Drill Pick, but Empoleon is just very bad in neutral matchups. Empoleon must resist to win matchups. But if there was a time when Shadow Empoleon was good, and it's not that time because they nerfed Steel Wing. There was a hope if they buff Metal Claw, but they didn't. They buffed it to be meh, you know, not good enough. So opponent is fighting tooth and nail just to win this switch and keep alignment, but we actually don't care because all we need to do is just to get rid of this and free our way into the Skarmory. Skarmory is met with a Scav, and this is actually a good Skarmory matchup because all they can do is Drill Run here, which is resisted, but we can just over farm and then throw Sky Attack. I don't know if Sky Attack can do it, to be honest. Okay, now this is where like it's a bit annoying because we have to land the Brave Bird and we need to get it before they get to the Ice Meme. Okay, they throw the Swift and we get to the Brave Bird, and this Brave Bird will do some decent amount of damage. We have to switch out if it doesn't KO, but it does take them out. So that was a good game. Moving into the next one, Giratina into Azumarill. As I said, this is actually a good matchup. This is not even a bad matchup. Azu appreciate playing this in the zero. Giratina would love to use some shields here because, you know, you don't want to lose so much health from one charge move when you're resisting the fast move. So as I said, Giratina is the king of the neutral gameplay. What the heck is that? Durant? What is Durant doing? Someone I guess wanted to use Iscav and they ended up using the entire wrong Pokemon. So Durant has a Stone Edge, which does hit hard a bit because this Pokemon has some decent attack. And as you can see, it puts Skarm at half health. So this is not a bad Pokemon, it's just bad in this cup. There was a time when I actually tried Durant in Ultra League. That was some fun time. Maybe this season I should do it again. Durant in the... yeah, see? Durant is grabbing shields. The question is, can we farm this thing down? I don't think so. It's sort of... somehow Durant is capable of putting pressure onto Skarmory. A bug is pressuring a steel Pokemon. So we banked them some energy and then we went to the Azu. And now they are in our play rough range. But the thing is, does that mean they are going to catch? So we need to make sure that they don't catch. We're going for the Ice Beam here. It's the neutral move, you know. Even if they have Scorching Sand, I think we should survive it. They are non-shadow. Oh, they have Iron Head. Opponent doesn't bluff here. And the Azu should finish that game. Fantasy Cup is much more fun than Open Great League, to be honest. And that was 15 win streak so far. Okay, let's hope to keep this streak alive. Meanwhile, we have to check the fast move, and it's actually Fire Fang. And this is a sad matchup, but like, Mawile is known for being the ultimate wall for the dragons, because it's a steel and fairy, so you resist. In the main series game, you're just immune to dragon damage, right? But in this matchup, this dragon is bullying the fairy steel Pokemon. There was no reason to bait there, but I guess why not? That was the main reason, right? And opponent left because they have no play against that Pokemon. Moving into the next one, Dedenne. This is another one of those matchups where like they are supposed to win, but they can't win. And I think Dedenne is so frail that you can actually go for the bait. I mean, they build up for the nuke. Okay, they baited. Okay, we can bait them back. Why not? Why are we baiting? Because we can't afford nuking. Because if they no shield, we can still shield and farm down, right? Because this Pokemon beat our backline, and we have to stay in and do as much damage. So if they no shield, we're still going to shield. And you can see we went down 2 shields, and we're gonna try to catch one as well. I'm assuming we did get the catch. So now we're cooking. And that was an Ice Beam. This is amazing. They wasted all the energy that they got on an Ice Beam on our Azu that did no damage. So technically we have a health advantage now, and we are on the same base on energy. So we're going to throw the Ice Beams here. Okay, sorry, I need to... Okay, sorry, my Facebook DMs were like going crazy. So what's the play here? Throwing clear-offs. Now the switch is up, so we need to be aware of that, and Nadir is actually aware of that. And as you can see, like he saw the catch happening before it did happen, and that's why he did not throw. Now I like going and getting some energy on the Skarmory here. Oh my, I think we have to Brave Bird here just to die faster, but maybe we can just Sky Attack and force them to throw. They did not throw. I mean, at this point... Oh my, this is actually tough. Do we just go Azu and pray that they blind throw? Or we can get to a move? Nope. Oh my, this is actually annoying. Flare Up does KO and we lose the streak. Well, I can't believe like the streak was lost to a Mawile. I thought like Wiggly into like an electric in the back. So they lead a... What's happening, opponent? I think opponent just... Okay, I know what's happened with the opponent. Opponent simply used the wrong Flygon. Flygon into Azu and it is not a bad matchup. So what opponent did, if you can see, they instantly no shield because they thought they are using the correct Flygon. It happened. It happened with me multiple times. If you watch my stream, you would know that actually happened with me. Steel Wing Skarmory is actually not bad into A-Slash as long as the A-Slash is Shadow. But this is non-shadow, so we are in an annoying situation where like we have to land the Brave Bird because their A-Slash is so tanky, and they knew that they had to call it. I think, dude, Nadir is so nice that he's waiting for the opponent to come back. I wouldn't. You shouldn't be waiting for the opponent. If they have issues with the internet, that's a problem. It's not yours. So take the win and walk away with it. This is an annoying matchup again because Fairy Wind is super effective and Brutal Swing is also super effective. We have to shield the potential overheat because it does so much damage. So much damage. So now the switch is desynced. So what we need to do is we need to chip this Azu. Wait, what? Opponent throwing clear off? That means they are trying to... What was that from the opponent? I mean, they are fighting for the switch to maintain the alignment, but do we actually care? I mean, we can just go Azu after. Okay, we did go Azu, so that was a good play. Hey, Nadir is cooking here. So what do we do now? Well, if they stay in, we bubble them down. But they did not stay in, they switched out. So now we have to no shield and keep throwing these playoffs. Maybe we could have just done one and then throw. But I'm assuming it happens, you know. He wasn't paying attention or something. And there is a Alolan Dugtrio. If we get to this Ice Beam, our life will be much easier. So let's see. And since they shielded, we can just aggressively swap out. And now we need to make sure that they don't catch. So we do one and then throw. And they did not switch. I'm not sure if they can or not, but you do one there just to make sure that they are not going to switch. And now we can just farm everything down. Giratina is still the king in the Fantasy Cup. Okay, 19 wins in 20 games. By the way, at rank 5, it's supposed to use a premium pass because you have a high chance of getting rare XL candy. So keep that in mind. We're stuck in queue time. Dude, this is actually savage that we have a queue time at rank 20. Wait, I think I know this avatar. No, never mind. Giratina into Azu. We saw this matchup in the previously. So you throw in 7 and then you do 1 and then you catch, or you just stay in and you catch the second one. They threw in bad timing, so technically they are at 8, so they are 3 away, so we can do 4 and then catch, maybe, or just do 4 and then throw, and then, I mean, we eventually go for the catch always, right? Yeah, okay, he liked to catch the second one. It's much safer if you catch the, usually people over farm on the first one, so they don't catch, and they have a Registeel. So what do we do here? I think we instantly Brave Bird, just to make sure when they zap cannon, we faint, and we don't end up giving them much more energy. So this is the way it's supposed to play it. You need to let Skarmory die as soon as possible. So you Brave Bird there to take more damage from the charge move. So you make sure that you faint with them as soon as possible. So they revealed the Focus Blast, which means then it's going to be Zap. But we still shield it because we can just aggressively overfarm. I think we could have just Ominous Wind and farm down. But maybe this is safer. I am not counting. He is counting, right? They have Fire Fang, Mawile, and I think we learned from last game that we're just going to go straight Ominous Wind against the Mawile, because this Pokemon is just not as tanky as you may hope. What do we do now? Well, we're just gonna stay in and keep doing as much damage as possible. They are in bubble down range, so we're just going to bubble them down, and opponent saw the Azu, and they top left. They leave the game. There is no hope. This game is doomed for them. Okay, next game. Let's see. Excadrill. This is an annoying matchup actually, because look how much the Mud Slap does. But the good thing about this matchup is that they don't have Mud Bomb and we outpace. Maybe they should give Excadrill Mud Bomb. Opponent swapped into Azu. I think this will put them in a much more complicated situation, because if we land this, we can just go to Azu. If they shield, we are going to shield and keep throwing Shadow Balls. And honestly, once we land the Shadow Ball, we can just Steel Wing them all the way down. Or we can just throw the Shadow Ball and, you know, shield and farm all the way down. There is so many plays when opponent does a play like that. And they have a bad Azu, I'm assuming. They have a Magnezone. And the Volt Switch came in fast. So what do? We throw a Shadow Ball. And then there is the sad Excadrill that will be met. Dude, Giratina soloed an entire team there. Their entire team was soloed by Giratina. Okay, next game, Giratina into Weezing. So again, probably Weezing is the biggest code breaker, and what we've seen that Nadir like to catch the play rough. So let's see what they do. It's always... Wait, what? Sludge? Sludge! I mean, Sludge and Overheat is actually the correct moveset in this cup. They bring in Azu. Azu is not a Skarmory counter, even though they have nerfed Sky Attack multiple times. But because we took the Sludge and an Ice Beam, now we are in Ice Beam range, so we have to go for the Brave Bird. They shielded that. Do we care about this? The answer is no, we don't care. Why? Because once we land the Shadow Ball, they will be in a very low health. And we can shield and farm all the way down. Or we can just go to Azu and catch it, or we can just farm down before they get to the move. Now, they brought in the Weezing. We know that the Weezing does not have Brutal Swing, otherwise they would have thrown it on either. And we're just going to catch a Sludge. I mean, isn't it Sludge? Oh my, they have that. So we actually have to double shield here. I mean, we can let one Seed Bomb go. and then hope that the Giratina will win the game. But to be honest, once we get the shield, we can just shield the Giratina as well. So we have two different plays. Hopefully they don't catch. They didn't go for the catch, even though the switch was up. And the Ice Beam doesn't quite do it. I'm assuming same goes for the Shadow Ball. Shadow Ball does not quite do it. So we have to switch out now and farm all the way down and then just tap the Shadow Ball. And they don't have a charge move, right? Because we caught it on the Azu. And this game is done. Well played to Nader, and moving now into the next one. Dude, he has actually Q time at rank 6 and 7. That's insane. I mean, huge part of it is because he has a high win rate. Usually, like, you don't want to win all the games because you will start having... Oh my dude, Nader with the catches. Have some mercy on these opponents, man. Okay, they build up, and okay, because they stayed in and they build up, we have to shield because this baiting there would be bad for them because, you know, like, they aren't gonna stay in, take so much super effective damage to bait, right? Oh my, they have Hydro Pump? Bro, what is that? We have to swap out, or okay, hopefully we get to the Brave Bird and then, okay. So let's go back. That was actually a good play. So what you see is that he know that he lives one bubble. So the ideal play is to do 2 and then switch, because with 2 you will have a Brave Bird. Why didn't he throw the Brave Bird? You know, like, throwing a Brave Bird that does 60% damage to Azu on an Azu that has 15% health is a bad energy management. So he banked the nuke and then he switched out, because that nuke will later in the game will come in handy and nuke something that's full HP to like 40% health, instead of just throwing it on a Pokemon that we can literally bubble down, or just, you know, I think this is the first time I see Nader losing CMP on his Azu. So I think he was banking on the fact that his Azu has been winning CMP, so he threw in CMP and he found someone that actually wins CMP against him. These are like some early ranks IVs, you know. And they bring back the Weezing, and the Weezing doesn't have energy. We know that they have a Sludge and the other moves, so we can just keep going. Ominous Wind, because they are in Ominous Wind range. This Ominous Wind will take them out. They refuse to throw, and we don't care about this because, you know, that this is a Sludge. It doesn't KO. We can farm them down. We don't actually need to throw. We can catch. How about that? That was a good game. What do we do now? We can go Skarmory, do 1 then throw. Or we can also go Giratina, do 1 then throw, because 1 is supposed to finish that. Well played. That was a good game. That was a very good game. Okay. Let's move into the next one. 17 win streak. Stunfisk. This is one of the scuffed matchups that if we shield the bait, we lose. Our opponent made it much easier by not baiting at all. But I think opponent knows something, which is Stunfisk can win this straight Rock Slide. As you can see, this Rock Slide, if it's landed, it will take out. So that's not a bad play. This used to be much sadder in the past before they nerfed Rock Slide. Well, Giratina wasn't a thing back in the days as well, so we could say that. But yes, that was an annoying situation to be in, losing to the non-stab the charge move damage. We landed the Shadow Ball. We can just grab another shield, or force them to no shield, or like we can grab another shield or nuke the Azu. They decided to shield their Azu, and now our Skarmory faced the only thing that we don't want to face. And this is one of the situations, like, you need to get as low as possible as soon as possible. So throwing the Brave Bird was one simple reason. What are they throwing? Is this a blind Dragon Pulse? Oh my dude, Nader is like chilling on this opponent, like flexing. Is like, no, that was a blind throw. They did not see my Azu. It must be the other move. So we're going for the Giratina and throwing this Shadow Ball just to make the game faster, because the Azu will take 2 minutes to end that game. So thanks for saving our time, Nader. That's why you guys are going to go and follow him. Give him a follow on his Twitter. He recently made a Twitter account. So if you would like to follow his Twitter, go. I will be leaving his Twitter in the description below. Also, I think he left a comment. He will leave a comment as well, so which I will pin. So make sure to give him a follow so you will see whenever he tweets about some busted teams that he is using in the Go Battle League, so you can, you know, just steal instead of watching content creators posting teams to thousands of people. So yeah, thanks so much everyone for watching, and thank you so much Nader for sending us these amazing battles. They were like some top battles. I know some people will be like, these are some early rank. Dude, he has a queue time. He's queuing into other people who also have very high win rates. Thank you so much everyone for watching. If you like the video, make sure to leave a like. If you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe. I will catch you all in the next video. Peace.